Hi everybody, it's Andrea Mercy, aka Anloam, and welcome to my studio. Today is going to be a second demonstration of the molding paste and acrylic backgrounds. So if you haven't seen the first one, go right there. I'll put a link up to the one that I did yesterday. I ended up with two backgrounds because I forgot to film while I was doing the first one, so I ended up with two. So I figure I might as well use this up. And I wanted to talk about some golden acrylics. So here's my collection of golden acrylics. I don't have a lot because they're really expensive, and I forgot how expensive they were until I looked at this one. So this is, I think this is the biggest one you can get. This is 8 fluid ounces. These are 4 fluid ounces. For those in Canada, this is 236 mils. This is 118 mils. These are 1 fluid ounce or 30 mils, and the smallest one that comes in the little sets, the tryout sets, this is 15 mils or a half of a fluid ounce. This one here, which is a 4 ounce, was $20, and I got it on clearance for $10, which is the only way I can buy it. This one, which is a Series 8 Pyrrole Red, was like 75 bucks, and the only reason why I bought it from a girl on eBay. She had opened it and tried it and hated it, and so she was selling it for 30 bucks or something like that, and she said in the ad, I've opened it, it's been opened, but I only used a small amount, I didn't like it. And when I got it, true to her advertisement, she'd only used I think a few drops out of it, so I got it for more than half price, which is the only way I can afford it. I bought this set. It came with a white as well. I think I got the whole little set for 10 bucks with a coupon. And then these ones I bought off eBay. I thought I was buying this size. Nah, but I'm not really good with American fluid ounces. And that's how they were advertised. So I ended up getting a bunch for not a great price. We won't talk about that. But I thought today we would use these ones, or some of these ones, on this background with water and a spray. So I definitely want a yellow, so I might as well use up this little yellow. I want to use this iridescent bright gold fine. Actually, I could probably zoom back in now that you've seen my paltry collection. My very sad little collection of golden acrylics. I would love to have this size in most of them. However, until my lottery win comes in, I'll be probably, more than likely be these small ones, and when I get lucky, these ones here. So I want to use the yellow, I want to use the gold. Now this is both the quinacridone magenta. I'll use the small one, use that one up. I want to use, what else do I want to use? I really wanted to use this quinacridone nickel azo gold, which I guess is different than nickel azo yellow. Do I want that one? I don't think so. I want to use this one. That one, that one, that one. This is kind of purpley. What's the opposite of purple yellow? Okay, that's good. I want some blue in here. I want blue. This is cobalt turquoise, and this is teal. They're not quite the same color. I'm gonna use the teal. I'm gonna mix those. This is outside my comfort zone a little bit. I'm not. There's people on YouTube that are so brave with color, extraordinarily brave. I mean, they don't just mix complementary colors, because I'm very comfortable mixing complementary colors. They mix colors that technically should make mud and don't, and I don't know how they do it. I really don't know how they do it. I'm also going to put in some permanent violet. All right, so let's just get that out of the way. So there'll be no green and no red in this. Well, I guess technically these are reds, but I want to go outside my comfort zone, which scares me a little bit that I want to go outside my comfort zone. I've been learning a lot lately with this, with the hashtag events that have been with the creative arts collaboration that I joined. I was very lucky that they accepted me. I'm very happy about that. They've definitely helped me increase the traffic to my YouTube site, and I definitely was put outside of my comfort zone for the Think Pink one. So while I still feel comfortable being outside my comfort zone, let's jump in. So what I'm going to do is just dab these. Oh, let me get a brush. Just gonna, not even dab, I didn't say, I'm gonna drop some color on, and I'm gonna do the yellow first and see if I can get a little bit of a wash in the background. So a little bit of yellow, a little bit of yellow there. Actually, this little set, these half-ounce set, I think I got 8 in a set for $10 or something like that, was a pretty good idea. I was able to play around with them a bit and thoroughly enjoyed it. So if you can't afford Goldens, look at Michael's, because it's really all we have here in Canada. We don't have Joann's, we don't have Hobby Lobby, we don't have Dick Blick. Pretty much we have Michael's, which is a craft store as opposed to a fine art store. We have Desserts, which there isn't one in Windsor where I live. There used to be one in Ottawa where I lived. There's Curry's Online, which is actually pretty good because I think if you order more than $75, you get free shipping, which isn't bad. It's just that normally I don't have $75 to spend. And there's individual. When I was in Ottawa, it was Wallach's. They had 3 or 4 Ottawa-based stores. In Toronto, there's tons of little art supply stores everywhere. In Windsor, when we moved here last year, in the phone book there was 3, but when we went to go and investigate each one of them, they had all closed down. So I either go to Detroit every once in a while and I'll hit a Joann's and a Hobby Lobby. I haven't hit a Dick Blick yet, and I'll go there, or I get my stuff at Michael's. And Michael's does have these. And we only have one Michael's in Windsor. They have a fairly decent selection of fine art supplies. I mean, there's a whole aisle for paints, and then there's a whole aisle for papers and stuff like that. So it's not bad. I can't complain. Okay, I want this on spray. If you remember from the other video, this is a Canson mixed media paper background with molding paste on it. And it's going to buckle because of the amount of water, and that is fine. Let me just go get a bucket of water. I forgot my bucket of water. Okay, so now that everything is super duper wet, I should have sprayed the paper prior to putting on the paint. I should have done that. So when you do it, think about doing that first. Okay, now I'm going to put a couple of drops of the Nickel Azo, the Quinacridone Nickel Azo Gold. Just a couple of drops. We're going to spray it some more. Ooh, some of my fingers. Gonna encourage it to move around a bit. It really wants a lot of water. We shall accommodate it. Oh, there. I like the way it moves when it gets going, it really gets going. It's kind of a cool color. I think this is the first time I've used that Quinacridone Nickel Azo Gold. I wasn't holding it up right enough. Ooh, I have water on my monitor. That's probably not a good thing. All right. So again, just encouraging movement a little bit. Now, yesterday I discovered when I did the other one in the blues that the molding paste was lifting. And my theory is that it lifted because the substrate that this isn't strong enough for it and it didn't adhere properly. So again, this is a demonstration, so we're not going to judge the molding paste for that. It's not its fault. It's my fault because I was doing a demonstration and I just wanted to do it on kind of a cheaper paper, and it didn't have a good substrate to stick onto. So it's not the molding paste's fault, it's my fault. I'm just going to swish this back the other way. My goal here is to get the top. I wanted the top of the molding paste to be a light color so that when I came back with the darker colors, that's what would go into the little valleys. I don't seem to be as successful as I had originally hoped. However, we will dry this and we'll put on the next layer. Heat gun, fast forward. So this particular molding paste, I think just because I just shot a whole bunch of water and soaked the bottom, it is just lifting. It's actually peeling off the substrate. So I'm going to, again, this is a technique video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in. So I've noticed that because I put so much water on this, that the molding paste is actually peeling right off the substrate. It's a technique video, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but I'm certainly not going to get decent results. So this might have to be renamed an experiment video, only because I still want to get the washes there so that you can see them. And we will continue to do that, but yeah. At some point, I will redo all of this again with a better substrate. But since we're already in the mess, let's just keep going in the mess. I'm going to concentrate over on this side because it seems to be functioning a little bit better here. I'll put some teal on, put some teal here, and some teal down here. And we'll just see what happens. Instead of spraying directly onto the paper, I'm going to make a nice little puddle here. I'm going to take my, I need to clean my brush first. Let's try it again. Get the nickel azo gold out of there. There we go. Get some water and encourage that blue to run. So this is a little bit more like my technique yesterday than I had originally hoped. I had hoped that I was going to put down some nice dots of golden liquid acrylics and I was going to spray it and it was going to do this really cool thing. That's what I was hoping. So let's see if I can get it to do some of the things that I wanted it to do. What I really wanted it to do is this. I wanted to dye the top part one color and then get a second color running through the little veins and drying it. So I think we're going to get a little bit of that. which is what the video was all, that's what this was about, was to create this. And see how it's turning kind of a greenish as the yellow and the blue mix. So I'm going to heat gun that. That's pretty much what I wanted to demonstrate, was with the molding paste. If you dye one color and dry it, then you can get a second color in there and it will creep through the molding paste and make, sorry about that, it'll creep through the molding paste and make cool little veins. I definitely will have to do this again. All right, let's see if I can get this close enough to the camera that you can kind of see how the blue and the nickel azo yellow ran together and created that nice green. That's in the veins. That's what I was trying to do, which is what I did in my Think Pink video. So ignoring the fact that I'm on the wrong substrate and all my molding paste is peeling up, this is still a success because I was able to verify to myself that if I do this on the right substrate, which we're going to, I could get some really cool textural effects by having the molding paste done one color and then the rest of it having the liquid colors run through it. So, and this is cool here too, this. So even after this is dry, I can cut this out, all of this around here, cut that out and use it for collage. Actually, I could cut part of this out too, even though it looks mildly diseased. It's not. I'd be able to collage with this too, but I really like this. This is really cool. So this is demo number 2 with molding paste. As soon as I finish this video, there will be a demo number 3. I'm going to make a bunch of backgrounds on a good substrate, watercolor paper. I'm going to do that, and we're going to redo these again and get some really cool effects. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up or subscribe here. Leave comments. I love comments and I like to answer your questions. This one is a little bit more of an experiment as opposed to a technique. Actually, I think I'm going to label it an experiment. And then we'll come back and we'll do the real technique another time after I get some better backgrounds with the molding paste on a proper substrate. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.